Alright, so I got a sheet here that I made up for fantasy drafting for NFL specifically, but fantasy drafting on all the different platforms. It's just a tool to pretty much keep you from reaching too far ahead during your draft. So, say you're on the turn and you're had the number 10 spot on like a 10 team league, and you don't know if he's going to make it back to the fourth round because you got 18 picks in between. It's really hard to do the math sometimes just by looking at the app and who's left in your draft. So what I've done is put this sheet together. So let's just show you an example. Say our draft position was the 10th, and say it was the third round, and we just took our third pick, which would have been with a 10 team league, that'll be 21. Yeah, 21. So if we go down to all the people I do have ADPs in for, starting with Jonathan Taylor, you'll notice that Jonathan Taylor all the way to Najee Harris won't come back to you. I mean, there's always that slim chance, but like your league would have to be super against the ADP of the app, which isn't normal because a lot of people tend to follow the ADP just because that's what they're using and it pops up in front of them, so they miss the good shots. But if we look at like Saquon Barkley, he won't come back in sleeper, but there's a chance he comes back in ESPN. So just to show the difference, someone like James Conner, he will come back in sleeper. So your next pick in the fourth round, the end of it, which will be 21, 30, which will be pick 40. He will be back for that, but in ESPN he won't be back. Josh Jacobs will be back in both. Somebody like Javonte Williams. But yeah, that's just examples right there. And then I also added a feature. If you put an X to the left of the player, it will cross out that player like a strike through. Just so you know, they're not draftable, so you don't get confused when you're looking at it. You can X them out. So let's say, I don't know, let's say for some reason James Conner was drafted. So right now, if you're on the clock, you could see that if you wanted Nick Chubb, you should draft him now in sleeper. But if you want Nick Chubb in ESPN, you should probably be drafting somebody else that won't make it back to you that you like, such as like a wide receiver. These are just running backs, but I would add all running backs, all wide receivers, well, the top like 50 of each, tight ends, even QBs. Like, I'm not a big fan of QBs, but I could throw them in there. Just so you know, you're not reaching too far, because majority of leagues, especially home leagues, will follow the trend of what the ADP is for the app you're using. If anybody's interested in this, feel free to hit me up, and I'll get you that file to use. I locked all the cells, so it's really easy. You can only edit the cells that matter, which is your draft position, what round, what pick it is, and then just if you want to X out the players. Again, it will be a little bit neater, will be easier to use once I finish all the players and their ADPs come in. And I plan on putting in CBS and Yahoo, maybe NFL too. We'll see. But yeah, hit me up if you got interest in this. Thank you.